All right, welcome back, you cool cats and kittens. How we doing today?
You're gonna steal that from
Yeah,
our,
I have to.
our girl?
Who's
Body
is that?
moving, dude, right?
Carol
Oh,
Baskin.
no, it's Carol Baskin.
Oh.
Different Netflix documentary. My bad.
Welcome back. This is Rabbit Hole episode 17.
Yep. It was said to be 17
Yeah.
last time, but truthfully,
Ethan
Kind
was
of a
one
little
off.
paradox in itself. What is the real
it could have
episode?
been 17.
Who knows?
Well, since Grant's first
Exactly.
one was lost in the works.
That's why. But you're back with Sam, Ethan, Drew, and Cole. How you boys doing today?
Pretty good.
I'm feeling rustic today.
It was Cinco
Yeah.
yesterday.
Cinco de Mayo kind of got the better of me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Marks
Dude.
know how to sneak up on you more than probably any other drink.
The tequila.
I'm never good with tequila by itself, but if you hide it and mask it in some ice or just like some sour taste and stuff, it can work.
That's what I've got here today, actually. Brought some for the boys. Cheers. Some jet fuel.
Some jet
baby.
To
fuel.
get
yeah.
through this paradoxical ep.
Yeah, we doing
Ed.
paradoxes today.
We were going over some basic paradoxes beforehand, and it'd be cool to open up with like some of the more not easily digestible ones, but ones that you can just explain without much backstory, like the Pinocchio Paradox.
Yeah, that's one I just saw, and you can probably guess what it might be, but the Pinocchio Paradox is basically the explanation of Pinocchio saying, "My nose grows now." And if you work that through in your head, that statement is neither truthful nor fuck. I'm already tripping.
It already
myself
doesn't
up.
make any sense.
Yeah, I
to
already
me.
don't
It's
like
not
it, I'm
false
not
and
gonna lie.
not true.
I don't fully understand it because one, this is a fact of Pinocchio. If he lies, the nose grows. And if he says his nose is about to grow, bro, that can only happen if he's lying. But if it grows, whoa, I just screamed into the mic, sorry. But if it grows, that would make his statement a truth. So why would it grow when he's telling the truth? And then he's just stuck in this instant limbo. Dude, what would happen to Pinocchio if he actually did say that? Could you
He'd explode.
I think, yeah, his head would just
Maybe his
explode.
nose
Yeah.
goes the other way.
He'd fall
like
apart.
through
Inverted,
the back
yeah.
of his head.
His nose would implode into
and then
his
he
face.
dies.
But no, yeah, I don't like thinking about
Yeah.
that at all.
That is not
I
an
guess
easy
If we
digestible.
go through the whole thing, he says, "My nose will grow now." Say it doesn't grow. If it doesn't grow, he lied about the statement. If it does grow, wait. Oh my god.
Okay, wait, let's
I'm
go
already
through it
in
one more time.
circles.
If Pinocchio says,
I was gonna
My
like
nose will grow.
read the list.
That's what
logistically.
he should have done to get out of the belly of the whale, is like say that statement, and then he does become just like a supersonic nuclear explosion because nothing
He'd
makes
tear a
sense.
fabric.
Nothing
in the
makes
story.
sense, and exactly he'd end it right there.
That's how you euphanize Pinocchio.
Is that how Pinocchio can kill himself? What's the story of
Euthanize.
Pinocchio too? Like he wanted to be a real boy the whole time.
yeah.
Pinocchio 2?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought you were like saying.
T-O-O.
No, that one's in pre-production right
Yeah,
now.
what if they came
Yeah.
out with a Pinocchio 2?
But yeah, wanted to be a real boy.
He was a real boy.
No, he was a wood boy the whole entire time, and he wanted to become the real boy.
I thought he was, but he got a spell
I
casted on
haven't
him.
seen a lot of these since they were on like VHS. So like all these Disney movies just kind of live in my brain
Rent
as-
free.
Not rent free.
Still thinking.
They just live as like not fully fleshed out of what they really are. They're just kind of like whatever I want them to be that
Yeah.
day. I'm like, this is what that Disney movie was.
But like if he said it, that's just an easy way out. And then I guess
then
he
he's
would be a real boy.
a god.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Is
one other
Pinocchio
thing.
OP?
I think so. One other
just a
thing it
walking-
mentioned in the paradox it opens it up a little bit, is if he said, "My nose will be growing," as in future tense.
Yeah.
Because then that seems to be telling the truth, knowing that he's
gonna
going to
tell a lie
lie.
in the
But if
future.
his nose doesn't grow right away, does that not also fuck everything up?
Isn't he already admitting to lying with that statement?
He's admitting that he will lie eventually.
Therefore,
But if
wouldn't it
he's-
grow? Or no?
No, because if it grew, that means it wouldn't. But then it already grew in the future.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any
Because if
fucking
it did
sense.
grow, it'd mean it would not grow again.
All right.
But yeah,
We need to get Pinocchio.
Can
on
I
the
move on
podcast.
to a nice adjacent. It's still the liar paradox.
Yeah, I'll allow you.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we'll allow.
I
it.
gotta ask. I
Ethan-
always gotta ask.
Ethan, do you allow him?
I'll
We
say
need
yeah.
we
I'll
need
say
a
yeah.
gavel. Can
Yeah,
get a
we should get a
gavel?
gavel.
But
I'm
anyway, continue.
The
Plain
crocodile paradox basically goes, it's kind of the same thing. The crocodile says to like a mom that he snatched like her kid away and basically said, I will return the child if you guess whether or not I will do so. And then the mother said, you will not return my child, therefore return it because I told the truth. And then the crocodile says, on opposite, if I return the child, you didn't tell the truth. So it's the same thing where if she says what he's thinking, he would either be lying if he gave the child back.
Right.
This is another one that doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it makes sense. The only way that it's paradoxical is from the flip side of it, because if she says, "You will give my child back," or wait, now I'm, dude.
See, that's the thing.
It's
You
hard.
I get
Let's
lost
go.
in my brain.
Here,
even
I'll
just thinking about
this
it.
is how I wrote it down.
But in general, though, isn't this the point of a paradox? Is that
Mhm.
you work it around so many times and like there's not really a solution.
There's not a straight answer.
Yeah, it's a contradictory
Yeah.
statement that will absolutely melt your insides.
So this croc's got this
Little
woman's
baby.
baby in her mouth.
Yeah.
Why are you talking to the croc, bitch? Just go battle the crocodile right now.
Well, no, that was I don't know.
Dude,
I'm
because
joking.
Her way around it.
Obviously, this is not.
do
Why
not
didn't you
know the
fight the
rules?
croc?
The
Why
rules
didn't
of
you
fantasy
go and
realms?
attack it? Huh?
Riddles and paradoxes are above all else in fantasy realms.
Dude.
He
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
She can't battle it, Ethan.
She's not.
God.
By,
She battles it
bound
with
by
words.
the rules of the universe.
How dare you assume she can have her own free will in the realm of paradoxes?
Bro, she could surpass this paradox by becoming like that woman who lifts a minivan off of a their
just like
kid.
her motherly
just
instincts.
goes
Cranks the
I'm
jaws
not
open.
listening to a fucking crocodile talk. One, how are you talking to me with a baby in your mouth, you fucking crocodile? I'm gonna go destroy you.
You stupid
You
croc.
fucking
That's what
slimy,
I say to that
scaly
paradox because I'm so confused by it.
Fucking.
This is me reacting with anger because of how confused I get by these paradoxes.
dude. But that maybe these answers are what the solutions to paradoxes are. We give our hypotheticals,
Mm-hmm.
and then they work themselves out that way. Because otherwise, you're gonna drive yourself fucking insane.
You'll be thinking about it all day.
Or what
Yeah.
if the baby's just
Get out of here, you scaly little slimy.
Chomp,
she
chomp.
backhands it? But yeah, there you go. I know we discussed it pretty
That's a
well
good one,
right
though.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was a cool tidbit about that one. This paradox is so old that like there was a word. I don't know if it was ancient Greeks or the ancient Egyptians.
I think it was
It was
Greeks.
probably. I feel like it was Egyptians because there was crocodiles in the Nile. You know, but I digress. They used this word like crocodility or something, or like crocodility to be
Oh, yeah.
like something
Okay,
that's
I
like a
read this, yeah.
confusing, brain-busting statement.
Yeah.
Because this paradox is
Unsolvable.
so ancient and treasured.
Dude, maybe the point was to get people like on their asses to distract them from something else.
Maybe this was just like the Egyptian government putting a confusing thing out into the world so that all of the peasants were taking off their time trying to figure out the paradox while they just played in their spoils of war in their temples
While
and
they're
in their
trying
pyramids.
to lift up 500-pound bricks and make pyramids.
Sounds.
Oh, that's a cool one. Speaking of lifting up heavy objects,
Oh,
the all-powerful paradox. I think it's omnipotent.
omnipotence.
Ooh.
Is that? So I think that's the word for all-powerful. This paradox is
It's
kind of
like
cool.
all-seeing. Yeah.
So an all-powerful being. Here's how it goes. You have to assume there's an all-powerful being.
Mm-hmm.
This all-powerful being has to create a rock so heavy that it cannot move it itself. And if it creates a rock that's so heavy that they can't move it, then they're not all-powerful. But if they don't have the ability to create a rock that heavy,
Then
then
they're
they're
not.
also not all-powerful. So the paradox kind of concludes that an all-powerful being is actually not omnipotent, I suppose.
Well,
see.
Wow.
so would all-powerful mean that they can achieve anything? They can do anything?
They can do anything.
Because in that
So
case,
this-
they would be able to both create a rock that they
Is-
couldn't, and then they could.
But
Like if they couldn't do it, they still could because they're all powerful. and he can push it.
But making them all powerful, if they can make something that they can achieve, I feel like that still makes them all powerful. I don't think it would make that thing.
Yeah, but how could they have unlimited power if there's something they can't do?
Because
I feel like paradoxes
making that
shouldn't.
thing. I don't know.
Paradoxes shouldn't even like concern an all-powerful being. That's why this thing doesn't fully make sense to me either, because the story itself I don't like. Call it something else, like the person who can create the heaviest rocks no matter what, or something like that.
An all powerful.
And when you say all-powerful, it blows it up to like this paradox is honestly just like a fly that flies up to this all-powerful thing, and then the
Yeah, but
all-powerful
dude,
thing,
like-
just like say fuck off.
If we're gonna do that,
this
then
paradox
it's
is
like,
nothing.
why not just make like any paradox? Like, oh, you know what? I didn't really like the
This is how
crocodile
I
one, so
react.
how about he just
No,
doesn't
no,
steal a baby?
but
This is
But-
how I react when I get confused.
Yeah, you're angry. You're getting upset about those paradoxes over
Yeah,
there.
they anger
man.
me. I'm confused.
The point,
I
though,
don't
is
like
that
being
most
confused.
paradoxes are supposed to follow some sort of logic, and then there's a proof about it and everything. And, like, at the beginning of it, if you're going to say, there's this fucking guy who can do anything, you're kind of throwing that out the window.
Okay,
Because
well,
you're just
I didn't
assuming something that
make this
exists
paradox.
in your fictional realm.
Oh, you made it.
Well,
You
dude,
made it.
If I did, I'd probably be a famous paradoxian.
You'd be the almighty dude, the all powerful.
What do you think about the Curry paradox? You guys heard of that one?
Is this
The Steph Curry? Oh,
paradox?
There should be a
How to make
paradox about Steph Curry. We can think about that maybe.
the
later.
perfect form for
But
shooting a
This
three.
one is basically like if you are saying something that is not true in the same sentence of something like as a whole that is true, then it makes the first thing true. So for example, Santa Claus is real if this sentence is true. So
Oh,
that
yeah, I get it.
making Santa
Oh, yeah.
Claus real. Or true.
He is real though, so
Well, yeah, of course.
12
that was,
hours. So I
don't
that was
get-
a bad example.
I don't
I don't
get-
know why
12
I said
I don't get the
Elementary school
paradox.
is
You're
now,
just
that
saying
was-
a true thing.
My bad. That was a totally out of pocket example.
So Santa isn't real?
No.
No,
You're
he's
telling
real.
me
Say-
Santa isn't real right
No,
now?
I have his phone number. I'll call him right now.
Please do. I need to hear from him.
Do you want me to call him really
This
quick?
can't be
One
true.
second. I'll get him on the board. Yeah,
If
Santa?
he's fucking not real.
No. I'm not busy right now. I can talk.
Don't ask him if he knows about me.
Do you know about the crocodile paradox?
Tell
Yeah,
him I
it's
was
making
just
Ethan
fucking around.
angry, and he's. Oh, so Ethan's not getting anything this year.
Dude, no, he's lying.
He says if you
This is a
apologize right now,
No, dude, Cole's joking. This is definitely a joke.
okay, guys.
apologize.
Santa would never.
can't.
Santa would never say something like
Santa
that
can't
about
talk.
me.
He's a very busy man.
Santa would never.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah. Half Christmas
getting
is coming
started.
The
up.
middle of May, dude.
Yeah.
Or
He's
the
just
beginning
getting
of May.
started.
Isn't it like half Christmas, like July or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Or it would probably be in June because
June
it's
12.
12 and divided by
June
2, 6.
25. June 25.
But
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah,
Steph
so
Curry.
Santa, we've established that Santa is real, and that's no paradox.
Mhm.
That's just a fact.
That's a
So-
fact.
So those were two truths.
That's a
and
pair
true.
of facts.
But I get it. I do
Yeah.
understand it. Took me a little bit.
Yeah.
No, I understand though.
Yeah, guys.
I promise I understand.
Okay. Let's just trash
So,
that one.
If you if you have a false statement at the beginning of a sentence with a true statement ending it, like leading back to the first part of the statement, then it makes it true. The whole statement true, correct?
yeah,
Is that basically
it's
what
kind
it is?
of if X then Y thing.
Yeah. Okay. But
Which
Steph
is-
Curry is a great basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the
yeah.
paradox there is if Seth Curry shoots a higher percentage, which he
Steph.
does, than Steph Curry, how is Steph Curry the best shooter of all time? Boom, paradox.
Or like Jose Calderon.
Yeah.
If he shoots the best 3-point percentage in NBA history, doesn't that make him the best shooter in NBA history? Like for a season, he has the record, I think. He's like
It's not like Ray or Reggie or
no,
JJ.
it's Jose Calderon, dude. He shot like 51% from 3 1 year.
That's
kinda
so
stupid.
impressive, dude.
Who did he play for, or who has
He
he
was
played
on the
for?
Raptors at the time. He's hopped around a bit. He notably played with LeBron.
Ooh.
Is this the
Um,
90s?
No, this is
This
like,
is like
2000s
early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
and
Wasn't far off.
2010s. The Jose Calderon Paradox.
We're actually
Never thought you'd hear that today, huh?
Dude, his name literally sounds like Cauldron.
yeah.
Hose-
Back to Witch
Cauldron-
House,
Hose
dude.
Hose Cauldron.
I think he's the hottest Witch House producer.
Dude, that'd be a sweet little alias you could pop on.
Are we
Jose
a Witch House
Cauldron.
podcast now?
No, let's not get back into it.
We're an everything podcast. I got a paradox, though. It's called the Dichotomy Paradox.
Ooh.
And this one's very interesting because it's got a little bit of a backstory. There's this philosopher in ancient Greece. His name was Zeno. First off, dope name.
Very cool name.
You're rocking with the name Zeno, and you're saying, yo, come over to my place and I'll blow everybody's minds. Like, that's the coolest thing you could be rocking. All right. So he's real interested in motion. His whole theory is if you were to, like, I guess, walk to the store to buy some chips, that distance, to travel that entire distance, you would have to, one, walk half that distance. So that creates two different things that you have to do. And to walk half that distance, you have to walk a half of that distance. So you go 1/2 to 1/4. To walk 1/4 of that distance, you need to walk 1/8 of that distance. To walk 1/8 of that distance, you have to, and you see it goes down to infinity.
Keep doing the fractions.
Exactly.
1/116th.
1/132nd.
So essentially,
1/164th.
essentially, to travel anywhere, you can create an infinite list of things that you have to accomplish. An infinite increment. Infinite increments that you need to cross. All the way down to astronomically small numbers.
So then,
So if there's an infinite task list of things that you need to do to travel somewhere, essentially, in theory, it's impossible. Because you cannot do infinite things.
Yeah.
So this was Zeno's thought. That you cannot, that maybe even travel itself is an illusion. Because you can't do infinite stuff. Moving forward, they say that it's solved now by modern like basic physics, because you can okay, let me restart here. You can kind of prove to yourself that you can travel somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can walk somewhere.
You have a destination.
You did it.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. I just did theoretically infinite different things, crossed infinite different incremental things to get somewhere. I just did it. That doesn't necessarily rule out that it's an illusion, though. Basic physics today says that you can basically mathematically prove that you can cross that distance through like the measurements of distance, speed, and time. So distance and time are proportional if you know the speed. So you can start to expand this out just from a walk to the park or a walk to the store to buy chips to massive distances, and prove mathematically that it takes this amount of time to walk somewhere at this specific speed at any point at all. So where was I getting with this? Is this what is this making you guys think? This shit blows my mind.
So I get that. It's like I'm getting the kind of solution to it, and I understand that. Like if you plug in something on your maps, it's telling you you're going to get there in this amount of time if you're going the speed limit.
Yeah.
Which is like totally not what like everybody does. It's always going to be somewhere in those increments like you're saying. But yeah, I don't know. Like to me, when I hear it initially, it sounds stupid as fuck, because I'm like, yeah, of course, like you can break it down to you have to travel half the distance of every half distance of every whatever distance. But and you eliminate that number of infinity when you take like your first step. Like you take your first step and you're already like 1/100th of the way there or whatever the like decimal would be. So that's where it's like I feel like it's I don't understand what he was trying to get with it.
That's where it comes down to, like, we can prove mathematically that we can do this. Like, it's not impossible, but it doesn't rule out the illusion aspect that was a part of Zeno's original, like, thought. Like, travel itself is an illusion because mathematically it should be
impossible
based off of this thought. And then
would that ever go backwards then?
Exactly. So it gets into this thing where we've proven that through physics that this is not in our physical or material universe, the paradox has been quote unquote solved. But if you go quantum deep down and look at atoms, here's the thing about atoms. You can't watch an atom move. When you actually observe an atom, it excites it and puts it into this frozen state. So by actually observing an atom, and I don't understand how this, like, how any of this is. This is I'm regurgitating shit.
He's an expert.
That I've already read. But when you look at an atom, it won't move. The only way that you can even see that an atom has moved has been to, one, observe it, excite it, therefore making it freeze, pulling back, whatever that might mean, but then going back at it later and seeing where it moved to. So you never actually see an atom move. There's no movement.
But there's evidence of it being displaced to a new area.
Yes.
So what you're saying...
So it can be solved in our physical material universe around us, but when we observe the very smallest things, like the fiber of us, you can't measure, or you can at least see where it goes to, but you can't in real time watch an atom move around. It's impossible.
Yeah, but that just makes Zeno fucking stupid, like Drew said, because there's no way he was like, on the quantum level, travel is an illusion.
Well, yeah,
'cause he had
obviously
no
he
idea.
didn't have physics, but
It's pretty
that
tight.
thought applies so deeply within us. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he was a Greek philosopher. This was so long ago.
I
He
think
didn't
it's
have all the
cool from a
tools that we have
philosophical
today.
standpoint where it's like it kind of just breaks down like the way that we operate in the world to some degree, where it's like, I guess if you keep breaking it down to the point of infinity, it gets a little bit upsetting and mind-boggling. But if you just break it down like a couple times, you're like, okay, like to accomplish this huge goal,
There's
you
so
can
many things you have
just
to
take
do.
a couple little steps,
Right.
and eventually that will add up to accomplishing something massive.
I like the idea
that.
though that this one, if you do want to go down that kind of depressing hole and like break it down so much, you eventually get to the point of everything is impossible, and
Everything's an illusion.
and if everything is impossible, is everything pointless? If that's like the point of it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if that
this
makes
one,
sense.
you're just like literally a couple more thoughts away from just like, hello, darkness, my old friend.
But it's called the Dichotomy Paradox because of the original thought where you're splitting everything in two different pieces, halves.
And dichotomy is such a good word.
It's
I
incredible.
apply a dichotomy to just so much shit.
Dude, an infinite task list essentially to do anything at all. To like lift this cup and put it up to my mouth.
You're just always skipping steps because that's how far we've got.
Another
No,
good
you're
way to think
accomplishing
about it
all
is
the
you.
steps simultaneously.
Another good way to think about it is you are accomplishing the impossible.
Yeah.
By being alive simply and doing the most basic things, you are essentially overcoming the impossible. You're alive today. That's impossible. In the scheme of how long everything has been around, the fact that you're here right now in this infinite scape of everything, that's such a small little, almost just little blimp possibility.
What is...
That's all. We overcame the impossible because we're here living, breathing today
Yo,
on this
I
fucking
got
podcast.
you.
Maybe, and that's I guess
That's beautiful.
If you like, that's the way better way to look at it than what I said. But I think I don't know. I've lost my train.
You
of thought.
being born in the first place is like
Incredible.
1 in 1,000,000th of a shot.
Yeah. Okay. So
In the
that's
time that
like
we are-
super inspirational.
You're a
And
little
like
spermy.
and humbling too.
Mm-hmm.
For,
Yo, I
like
got
to
it.
have that kind of realization, other than the one that what I was saying, where like if things are impossible, then what's the point? But
It's
Hit us with the
because
fact.
our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
Exactly, dude.
Coach Carter.
We're doing the impossible every day.
It's your fucking mindset of like just how... If you really think that you're like this very small thing, I mean, you don't see any possibility. But if you think you're this massive
we can still be this small thing, dude. But it's still like remarkable that we are that small thing.
Yeah.
Dude.
you are everything and nothing.
The idea of the infinite task list of just walking to the store. That's what got me.
That's
too,
just
when
overthinking, dude.
But like, I love it. It's just like, damn, we're doing it.
That's an anxiety. That's the
doing-
anxiety
I know, dude, it
paradox.
is.
I drove here today.
It also
Yeah.
just sounds
I
like
hopped
You
in a
you're
learned,
car.
like,
I
you
hopped in a
learned how to
car.
drive. You learned
Yeah.
how to walk, crawl. Your body's a
Zeno just
vehicle.
didn't want to do anything, so he was like, "Oh, like, well, there's
it's too much stuff.
there's infinity things to do
Dude.
before I would accomplish
He
that."
was like, I have to get
Zeno.
half of the way to the rock store today.
But I think
Fuck's sake.
Zeno had like a bunch of other. It was called one of his paradoxes, so he has several. I didn't read into many of the other ones, but this one, once we said that we were talking paradoxes, and I found this one, I was like, God damn.
Yeah, you
this
called
is-
dibs on this one quick.
I could sink my teeth into this one.
Should I talk about Catch 22s?
Yes.
All right, Catch 22 time.
Isn't there a book on it? Isn't there a book about it? Catch.
Yeah,
22?
the name of the book is Catch 22. It's where
Does it have
comes
anything
from.
to do with it?
Yeah, it is literally where Catch
I don't
22
read
came
books.
from. I haven't read the book either,
Hasn't
so I'm
there
not
been like
gonna
a new
front.
adaptation of it on Hulu too?
Yeah, there's
Probably.
a movie.
I
I
think
think
I
there's a
saw it.
movie or something.
Maybe George Clooney producing.
So it's a book written by Joseph Heller in 1961. It's called Catch 22. It's about an airplane pilot, or he's like a fighter pilot, and he's been sent on a very dangerous mission. And he's like, I do not want to go on this mission. So to try to avoid going on the mission, he's like, I'm going to prove that I have like psychotic problems and that I'm insane. So he goes to the doctor and he tries to get him to prove that he's insane. And the doctor tells him, actually, it would be insane of you to do the mission. So to prove that he's insane, he would have to fight in the mission. But to not fight in the mission, he has to prove that he's insane. But to prove that he's insane, he has to fight in the mission. And to not fight in the mission, he has to prove that he's insane.
So he's saying that it's sane, the fact that he's coming to him to be
Exactly.
diagnosed to be insane.
Yeah.
And
But-
then to get out of it. But the doctor has to be like, well, this proves that you're sane, so do it. But he's recognizing the fact that it's fucked.
Yeah.
So
Can't
I
he
don't
just
know.
think of something that would make him insane, or is that like the line? Is like, if you do this, then I know you're
Maybe
insane.
that's the point of the story. The Catch-22 itself drives him insane. I don't know anything about the story, but like if you try to wrap your mind around the Catch-22 itself, that's like the theme there. You're gonna go insane.
Some other
I don't know.
examples.
by trying to understand it.
Yeah.
There's some simple examples.
Is that an
too.
interpretation of the book? That might not be like what actually is going on.
I have no
but-
idea.
okay.
I haven't read the book.
Let's read it, dude. Let's all read. Have
yeah,
a
we
book
started
club.
a book club, Rabbit Hole Book Club.
That'd be kind of
First book,
cool.
Catch 22.
That'd be kind of cool.
Here's this.
So it's like it's just like with army too, or like soldiers in the army. Like if they are trying to prove themselves to be insane, and then the doctor recognizes this, and then it proves them to be more sane, and they like kick them back.
yeah, not wanting to fight in the war and going to a doctor to try to get out of it would be the sane thing to do.
Because it's logical. You
It's
don't want to
logical.
fight. You
Yeah.
don't want to go to war.
Yeah, but so to prove that you're insane, you would fight in the war.
It also sounds like whoever this guy is in Catch 22, this pilot, you need to get better at faking your insanity.
Yeah, what
yeah,
is-
seriously,
like
dude.
it can't be that.
Talk to
hard.
yourself or something, dude. Like,
I've
what
always
the
said
fuck
that
we doing?
if I had to if I was gonna get like sentenced to like a really long time in jail, I would just try to light myself on fire, and then they'd be like, "Well, this guy is clearly insane."
But how would you do that? How would you go about?
I don't know, because I also in my head it's like at this point I'm already in jail, so it's like I don't want to do like that cliche thing where it's like when you get to jail, punch the biggest guy in the face. Instead, like I would just find a way to have fire, and then I would during lunch I would just like stand up on a table and light myself on fire, and then people would be like,
That dude's crazy.
"Yeah, that guy's crazy." Like new guy gets to jail and they're like, "I'm gonna fucking kill that
But
guy."
doesn't that make
And someone's
you?
like,
that
"Don't."
makes you sane because you came up with a good plan.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm
because you
also,
thought of a plan logically.
You thought of a good
Wait,
logical
I want to
plan.
give you
one of
guys.
the best
I
ways
want to
to
give you
get
guys
out.
just like normal examples of this outside of
Sure.
the book. Okay, so one is that so you go to a bank and you want to open up an account and get a loan, but you can't get a loan because you don't have a credit history. But you can't get a credit history because they won't let you open up an account.
I have another good example now that you say that.
That seems like its own thing, though, doesn't it?
It's a catch-22.
like
But
the
like-
bank, like that should just be a bank loan paradox because that just exists in it of itself.
But it's a catch-22. Here's
I might
Kinda.
have a
Wait.
catch-22 that happened to me in life recently. Working at the comedy club, we sell tickets strictly through our box office, over our phone, or on our website. We're very strict against we have a no resale policy or third party people taking our tickets and selling them. There's a situation where there's this group of 2 people that buy up 1 to 2 tickets or 1 to 2 reservations for each show and resell them at a price that is not one, they buy them from us. So we're already getting the price of money coming in to purchase the tickets anyway that we're expecting based off the fact that we don't allow third-party sellers. So we're good to go. We have the money. These guys resell them, and they kind of do it under the radar because there's only 2 reservations per every other show. And it doesn't impact us because we're still getting the money, but we have a rule against it. So we have a rule against it, so we should stop them, but they're already paying us the money that we're expecting to get anyway by having the tickets sold. It would be a different thing if it was a whole group of a big pockets of tables are taken by this third party seller.
Yeah, 25
but
people.
It's just 1 to 2 reservations, and it's just kind of going down. So in a way, it's not really a paradox or a catch-22 because it ultimately comes on the club to be then we should just lift this rule that we have. What's this rule if we don't follow it? But if you consider a rule as an ironclad thing, we're in a catch-22 right now.
I don't know if that's a catch-22. I think that's just somebody just abusing the system.
I see.
But dude, I don't think they are abusing the system.
We're in a catch-22 because we have no reason to stop it.
Yeah.
So we're allowing the bad thing to happen, or quote-unquote bad thing. I don't want to speak illy of.
They're just scalpers, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just.
It's not a paradox.
I don't think it's any. I also don't think it's anything wrong. I don't know if that's what you were pointing out, but
no, I was just interested if that could be a catch-22 where, or maybe not a catch-22. I don't know, man.
I just think
I'm
that's
over here.
It probably,
I thought I experienced
it probably
something.
applies to something.
Yeah,
that we haven't
some
even
type of.
talked
it's
about.
some morality thing too, because I think
Yeah.
it's the line that invisible line that you can't cross.
Yeah.
Where is the line?
It's a
2?
gray area.
Yeah.
It's 2
within
people.
The realm of.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
and we're not losing the money that we're expecting to get anyway.
yeah. But 10 people, then you're
Yeah, then it's
dude,
a
yeah, we
certain
may need to
amount.
stop this shit.
Yeah.
But
My question with the catch-22 is about, and this might not matter at all, but the intentions of the person going to either, do they have to be trying to get out of something, or do they have to be trying to get into something?
It can be anything, dude. It's
Okay,
anything.
so
where
like
it's
that
just
part really doesn't matter.
Yeah, not really.
Okay, because that's what I was thinking of with the bank loan thing. Because if you're trying to get out of jail or you're trying to get out of doing something, you're going to do something to therefore
Okay, let me give you another one that's really simple. Okay, so you wear glasses.
whoa, dude.
You can't find your glasses because you're not wearing them. But to be able to find your glasses, you'd have to be wearing them.
or contacts.
Sure. You lose your glasses. You can't find your glasses because you're not wearing your glasses.
You're Velma and Scooby-Doo.
But you can find them without.
Okay, here's another one. You're trapped. You're locked outside of your house. The key is inside of your house. To open up the door to your house to get the key, you would need the key to unlock the door.
Gotcha.
I'm
That
cool with
makes
these
more sense.
examples.
I like
other than
that
the
one.
fact that there are other options.
Dude, I
You break the window,
I'm
but that
thinking-
one.
all I'm thinking about is just climb the fence
Yeah,
and just
break the
walk.
window.
It's your goddamn house.
Yeah, but that makes more sense because there's the end solution of you need the key or you need
To
to
get
unlock the
in
door to
the
open
door.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah, that's
another
better.
example.
Yeah.
But you also don't need the door to get inside your house.
No.
This one applies to our age group all the time. It's you can't get a job because you don't have experience, but you can't
I was
get
gonna
experience.
bring
'cause
That
you
was
don't
my.
have
That
a
was
job.
what I was gonna say before. Was how do you get experience?
work
for free, baby.
Yeah.
Internships,
There it is.
It's just the norm now.
Yeah. Bullshit. Know your worth.
It's all right though.
Yeah, I'm still struggling with that one a little bit. Not
Yeah,
I totally get the base concept of it.
How much
just
are you, dude? How much are
I
you?
was
How
gonna
much?
say, I know my worth.
How
and
much-
I'm fucking worthless. Just kidding.
I'm infinitely valuable.
I'm Melinda Gates right now, dude.
Melinda Gates on the
Ooh.
sticks.
Melinda Gates.
Would she get 1.5 billion?
Well, she'll get more than that. But that was just
I mean, that's a lot
stocks.
though.
she'll get more.
That's a lot.
She's gonna
When
get
Bezos and
more.
when Jeff and Mackenzie Bezos separated, she got just about half of his fortune, which is now like already like the half that he had is now what he already had before, because that's how
Whoa.
fast Amazon grows.
Marriage, dude.
Anyway,
Crazy.
That's a lot of money, dog.
yeah, dude.
I don't want
Yeah,
that much
dude.
money.
Yeah, Money
what
itself-
would you even do with that?
Money itself is a paradox.
Yeah, like it's an idea that like
An idea of
is worth
value.
nothing unless we put value in it to begin with.
But
It's
where did-
literally worth
But where did the
nothing
values like?
from us?
Who was the first person that was like this? This is $1. But then
that's-
again,
but it
what
made-
is $1?
It made more sense before. Like it made more sense initially when it was resources that you used to
Trading
trade
and
shit.
bartering.
You traded your gold stuff or copper or something that can make something out of something else.
for
Yeah.
3 goats.
Something that had value
But-
outside.
and then
of
money
itself.
just made it lazy, and maybe that's why we're here pissed about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll trade you 3 squirrel pelts for 1 mutton chop.
No fucking deal.
Yeah,
I want your
absolutely
squirrel
not.
pelts. I've heard you're the worst squirrel pelt vendor
My
in the entire region.
skinning is god tier, baby. Okay,
This guy's not
skinning
a
is
You
top
only
God
kill
tier.
gray squirrels, dude. I know a red squirrel guy.
I got some
I
white
know
pelts.
albino
I
squirrel
got
guy.
some white pelts, baby.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's like back in the day networking right there. And then you're just fucked. You just get played out of the
Then
game.
I get blacklisted.
Yeah.
They're like, Sam the
Dude, you
dealer.
literally have to move states.
Sam the dealer. Now I got to pack up my fucking buggy.
I know a mammoth guy. You can do mammoths? Can you skin those?
I'm a saber-tooth guy, but I don't dabble in the
I thought it was
mammoths.
just squirrels, dude. Just pack
I
your
just
bag,
spilled the beans, dude.
take
I
your
spilled the
mule, and
beans.
get out of
I
the
don't
city.
know. A lot of your story isn't adding up. How
I
could we ever
spilled-
give you a mutton chop for 3 squirrel pellets if we can't even trust you?
I don't
Somebody
even sell
spilled the
mutton chops.
beans.
Somebody, you
Dude,
know
I
what would
spilled
help?
the
If somebody invented a unit of measurement that would just make this whole thing easier.
That we could value a squirrel pelt for, let's say, $3.
Okay, like Bitcoin.
Dude, instead of money, they're instantly just like, yeah, like Bitcoin.
Yeah.
like Ethereum.
So, like, I'm thinking we just skip the
Dogecoin.
internet thing, but we have this currency that isn't traceable but holds value with whoever buys it.
dude, I mean, your pellets and your fur coats, that shit's not traceable. No one's tracing that
tag
back
it.
once
I
it's
tag
sold.
my shit.
Maybe that's why Bitcoin has so much steam.
Yeah,
Dude, the hunters.
that makes sense. Yeah, like there's no code or anything that can like you can trace a fucking pelt back to, no doubt.
I
No.
mean, unless you just like have some sort of
I
physical receipt.
I put like my stamp on it.
Or you slash them once with your axe. That's from Gorgon. Me. It's
From Gorgon.
yeah, Gorgon. You know,
Dude,
that's
I'm
Sam,
just
he's
picturing though, like
Gorgon.
the hunters, like all gang up, and they're like, let's force one of the gatherers to create an intertwined network of servers that we can eventually use to make a digital coin that will be evaluated based on the sales and purchases of them.
and untraceable, and will fuck up the banks massively, and then there will be government regulation, and we will see what happens from there.
And then there will be anarchy and everything will fall. And they're just like, Gorgon, chill.
Bro, we
He's like,
haven't
dude,
even
I have a
figured out the
dollar in
internet.
my back pocket. Just relax. I have an acorn. I have a coin. I have a piece of gold.
I think this
One schmeckle.
is the perfect parallel to the next paradox to get us back into it. It's called the Bootstrap Paradox.
Ooh, time travel.
So, yeah, it's a time travel paradox. Essentially, if how something is taken from the future and placed into the past, would it even exist in the first place?
Mm-hmm. So like taking a work of art
And
back
giving it.
to somebody who created it in the first place. So like who actually wrote it.
Yeah.
Still, if you're following that timeline of like he wrote it in the past, somewhere in the future there's a time machine created, it's still that same dude's words. If you essentially do go back to the same guy in time and give it to him, it's still his words, just if you follow that timeline.
Yeah, that's the
You'd have to
closed
follow it all the
loop.
way.
but I'm
Yeah.
sure he would freak out.
Yeah.
Or she would
He'd be
freak
like,
out.
how did you get this.
It's like, this is, I've been thinking this. Like, this is exactly what
You
I'm
would be God at that point for sure. You'd be like, you just read my mind. You came
Yeah.
down. You're an angel.
Would
This is
you be the
Bible
creator?
now.
Yeah, that
They would literally turn whatever that work of art was into the Bible.
Mm.
Be like, yep, this is divine work from time
Goodness.
itself.
You ever have fantasies about, like, if you were the person to write a certain song?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you were,
Like if I
if
did,
you wrote Runaway, or
if I
something,
wrote,
and you had that song,
if I
it's your
wrote
name.
Stanky Leg,
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
song would you guys want to write?
Stanky
Damn.
Leg.
What song?
I would
don't know.
want to
Stay
write.
Away.
I would want to write the happy
Stay-
birthday song.
That's
Oh,
pretty good. Does that guy
Everybody
get
sings it.
royalties?
Yeah, I guess it is public domain right now. It has to
It
be.
sucks.
imagine.
No, I changed my pick. Not happy birthday song. Shit.
Wait, isn't the Happy Birthday song and the ABC song like the same melody or whatever?
It's their the ABC's matched with some other popular
No,
Oh,
song.
no,
wait.
it's a little.
E-F-G, happy birthday to you.
Maybe
no.
not.
A, B, C,
There's a
D,
few.
E,
There's
F,
like
G.
some that are
Yeah.
like,
H-I-J.
I know the ABC's paired with some other famous.
Dude, I
little
would
tune.
have wanted to write Skywalker by Miguel. This your boy like a marathon.
yeah, banana. What is it? Banana Clip.
Yeah.
I would want to write that too. Anything from Miguel, dude.
Oh, waves.
Mm.
Uh,
Oh, send it up.
I don't know who I would want to fucking write the song. I don't want to take away anybody else's glory, but if I had to, dude, like, I
Weird
still don't
Al.
even know, dude.
Weird Al.
I would do all Weird Al Yankovic
I know, I do-
songs. I just take his career.
I do, not Ray J, R. Kelly's Out of the Closet.
Oh,
what
man.
Oh my god.
I would want to take that song back so it's under the realm of somebody that isn't a criminal.
That's a
Because
good
that song
call.
is incredible.
You're telling me you don't piss on women?
No.
Okay.
That's a far jump.
But I did write Out of the Closet.
R. Kelly did piss on women.
Yeah, we can apply what we just said to the Raven Paradox if you want to try
Oh.
the pissing on women thing. I don't really want to talk
What's the
about
Raven
that, but
Paradox?
Tell us.
The
Compare
Raven,
it to pissing on
Wait,
women, Cole.
No, we'll compare it to something weird like that, but I don't want to really talk about that subject, to be honest. So the Raven Paradox is so like it kind of is like how explicit statements can become very powerful and imply other things. So if everybody can assume and agree upon the fact that ravens are black, that means that anything is not black is not a raven. So if you look at an apple and you say this apple is not black, you can assume that the apple is not a raven. So that's what the Raven Paradox is.
If all
Okay.
ravens are black, that makes nothing else black. I'm looking at a microphone that's black right now.
No, but that's not the paradox. So if this microphone is black
Yeah.
and then you look at the wall and the wall is white, you
Yeah.
can assume that the wall is not a microphone.
So does
Yeah.
it have to do with color itself?
Kind of, I think.
I feel like you
Okay.
could do anything.
So I think
wait,
you
like,
can apply it to more
if
things.
John Cena's wearing an orange shirt and the wall isn't orange, the wall can't be John Cena.
Well, it could be John Cena. It just can't be. Okay, you're.
A better one would be like John Cena's flat, so that plant up there isn't flat, so it can't be John Cena.
Dude, none of them, all of the one people that are watching on YouTube right now are like, I knew I made a good decision watching the video today.
Well, no, explain it. I'm trying to understand.
I don't. Does
it
it have
has
to
to
do
do
with color?
How many? I don't know how many more examples I can. Okay, so like, the ocean is blue. Okay,
Yeah.
so all things that are not blue are not the ocean. So the sun
Not true.
is. That is true.
No, it's not. The
But-
sky is blue.
And the sky's not the ocean, is it?
Yeah, but if the sky is blue, then the ocean is the sky because it's blue.
I think you need to pick
No,
I think
it
you need to
doesn't
pick
work-
a
it doesn't work
trait.
backwards like that.
I think you
Why
need to pick
not?
a trait.
Wait, say
that
it with
is
the
because-
Raven
defining.
context again. Say it with the Raven context
Okay.
again.
All ravens are black, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means that all things that are non-black are non-raven. So
I see.
an
Okay.
apple is green or an apple is red.
Well, so how
That
much
means
of
it's
that
not
is
a
a
raven.
paradox, or how much of it is actually just like kind of a fact?
Being observative.
Well,
or
it's
something
because
like
when
that.
it gets into like how like one statement can imply endless possibilities to other things. I don't know really where the paradox comes in.
I think that's what it is.
It's an-
That's how I mean.
totally thought that was going in a different direction, like the paradox itself in my head. Like
Yeah.
it was gonna be like the imply, like how something can be implied by like a text, like a smiley face could either be like bad or good.
Mhm.
You know,
I think it's
that's probably something else.
one definitive characteristic of something that basically doesn't apply to an infinitive amount of other things. It doesn't necessarily have to be color, does it?
Dude, that's the thing. I think that we get really caught up on the technicalities of these examples that are used for the paradoxes. Cause it's
Well, that's
easy
what
to
I'm
we
saying.
need to
nitpick.
answer these questions. 'Cause
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
It has to do with color. Like
I
definitely
think this
that-
one specifically
But
has
it
to do
doesn't.
with
The whole
color.
concept of it doesn't have to do with color.
Dude,
That's
probably-
pretty much what I'm
probably
asking.
not.
I don't know,
Probably
man.
not.
probably not.
Who
Like
do we
if
have to
this,
ask?
if like
That's what I was
I
saying.
don't
If
know.
John Cena's flat and that plant is not flat,
That's
therefore
I'll think of
That
another
plant's not
example.
John Cena.
The flat example doesn't work. Okay, like I don't know. What's another example? Okay.
Or
let's say all lumberjacks have beards. Okay, so then you can assume that all unbearded things are not lumberjacks.
So
Yeah.
so long as all lumberjacks do have beards,
That's
and
not-
you can
yeah.
confirm it.
Yeah, yes. It has to be an
I
absolute.
can't even think of
basically
anything.
an absolute.
But are all ravens black? There might be a gray raven out there. Who knows?
Have you seen one?
Who knows? I don't know.
have
Maybe.
you seen a lumberjack without a beard? Almost certainly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See, this is what I'm
The
saying.
brawny
like,
dude-
You guys
does
are
the
getting
brawny
too
dude
caught
on the
the
paper
What do you mean
towel
we're
is
getting
beard?
caught up? That is like
You guys
a
are-
flaw within it. That is like
This
But
is the
that's
paradox
clear.
episode. We're going through
I know,
it.
but dude, like this one is just simply like the color thing, and you guys bring it into the realm of
But
other
why?
things.
Okay, so tell
is
me,
just
tell
finding
me
flaws so
if
you can beat the
something.
paradox.
Tell me if something else. Do the raven thing, and then name something else that's black.
Okay, so if all ravens
think.
are black, that means that all things that are not black are non-raven.
Okay, you started with the apple thing.
No, I did
No,
not.
he started
I've
with
said
the raven
exact
thing.
same thing.
He started with the
Every
raven.
All
single
things
time.
that are not black.
So that
are
means
not
that your
ravens.
hat right
Okay.
now is black.
So all things that are not black are not my hat.
Yes,
What about a raven?
it could. It's not your hat.
Oh.
See, that's what that's why
Fucking idiot, dude.
I'm stuck, and like you said, I'm stuck on the fucking color thing because I think it means more than I think it's just one characteristic of something.
It's just an absolute.
But you're saying
And
the statement.
what you
all
just said.
things that are not black are not my hat. That's the statement.
Okay.
It's not hat. It doesn't have to
Your
do with my
hat
hat that
is
all
black.
other things are not my hat. The statement is that all of the things that are not black. It's not all of the things that are not my hat. That's not what you're
Okay.
saying.
Yes, listen. Your hat is okay, but that's okay. Every single hat isn't black though, so that's not an absolute to begin with.
Right.
Has to be.
So that's the point.
Okay.
Okay, what's something that's an absolute?
The ravens are black. We'll say that.
No,
one
think
again.
of a different one. Think of another absolute.
anything.
The sun is red.
Oh, I know.
Sun is
I know a
orange. The sun
work
is
around.
yellow.
That's why I was trying to figure out one that was.
I know a work around the ocean being blue thing. There's definitely parts of the ocean that are green, and some places
Pink.
even black and pink
This is
and
what I'm saying, dude.
clear.
Okay.
But dude, you're just trying to. We're literally just trying to work it through, and you're
Yeah.
defending it so hardly.
I
Like,
know.
Why are you siding with the paradox, bro? You're supposed to be one of us now.
We're splitting it open.
What are you doing picking
I'm
sides
defending
like
it
this,
because
dog?
you guys
Come
are
on.
taking bad paradoxical flaws to try to beat it.
No, we're
Because,
looking at
dude,
it.
we're
and
humans.
We're looking at it from a different lens.
Okay, then let's get it a lens that we all agree on.
Okay,
Think of an absolute.
It's kind of hard actually. I don't know why. Someone's fucking.
Well, then we can get into the debate of colors too, because does everybody see the same exact?
What
color?
about?
Dude.
What about
no?
if
This is what I'm
you
saying.
paradox bust?
if you have
All right, fuck it. Okay,
how about-
Raven Paradox
how about-
beat. You
how
guys.
No, dude,
are
I
the
like this one though.
Mythbusters.
This is
How
a
about,
good
like,
one.
all teeth are white. Just.
I was thinking teeth.
Oh, but some teeth are yellow, dude. After you drink coffee.
I mean, it's true. That's true. I was doing it for the sake of this.
Oh, but I was.
All crocodiles are some shade of green.
That's so general.
Oh my,
Dude,
okay,
no,
wait.
but this-
Hold up.
That's,
Okay.
if you're gonna say all ravens
Okay,
are black,
here's a good one. Like,
I have one after you if you can't. If you,
oh fuck.
I'll say if you have a. I'm trying to think of how to word this because I keep thinking that
I've been confused this
all
entire
basketballs
episode.
are orange. For
Not
this sake,
true.
For this sake,
How about if
You're
all
saying all
dudes?
ravens are black. For this sake, That's
All
probably
ravens are
bullshit.
black.
I doubt it.
And the other part of this is it's like the way that like when you continue to say something over and over again, it strengthens the argument. So throughout all of these years of people seeing ravens, when you say, "Oh, all ravens are black,"
Therefore,
it strengthens the argument of all ravens being black. So then you can apply that logic to other things.
Okay.
That's the point of this.
And then that's how we get
problem.
stereotypes.
My problem, and
Shut up, Sam.
that's
how we get
Maybe
to
I'm not fucking grasping the way that the two, like before comma and after comma, like play off each other. But if you are saying, first of all, if all ravens are black, therefore anything that's not black is not a raven. You're talking about the color. You're not talking about ravens.
Yeah.
Am I right?
That's what I'm saying.
see.
That I think it's a bigger.
I think I'm following you.
You need to have a
I
more
could be wrong.
definitive characteristic for something because if the color black is on
Okay,
other shit.
Let me read it off again. Okay, here's one. This is straight from the internet. This is not from anything that I've written down prior to this episode. Okay. The Raven Paradox state that a green apple can prove that all ravens are black. This illogical conclusion is reached through a logical series of statements. Proposition 1, all ravens are black. Proposition 2, all non-black things are non-ravens. Evidence 1, this raven is black. Evidence 2, this apple is not black and not a raven.
What a weird way to
fucking
look at
hate
it.
This one.
Bro, I've been confused this entire fucking
It's basically just
episode.
dumbing it down to a
I
color.
was digging into just the sentence itself.
And that's
'cause
how you
like,
differentiate something is by
Yeah.
this thing is black, this thing is not black, so it can't be this black thing.
I understand like the fascination with like going down a hole to where that
Mm-hmm.
like proves itself to be true, even that's on its surface, and that's what I'm grasping onto. On its surface, it sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
of
get it,
course it's an apple.
but I don't know how to dig down that deep.
I'm
That's
trying
what
to
these
thi-
philosophers do. That's what these
know.
quantum physics fuckers do.
Can we come up with our own paradox? Is it possible? Can we
I came
use
up
our
with one
four-
earlier. The
like-
Seth Curry paradox.
That's true,
yeah.
but like
or the
like a
Colgron, the
paradox.
cauldron paradox.
Yeah, those
The
were good.
Hose Cauldron
The
paradox.
Jose Calderon.
Yeah.
You have two NBA players in a paradox now.
The Jose Cauldron paradox.
Okay, wait. The,
I don't think it's
the
possible.
Halloween Town 2 paradox.
Shit. Tell me about that one.
What's this?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of something like, okay, remember in Halloween Town when they all got frozen?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if they're frozen, how were they like actually like, you know, Halloween Town 2?
Yeah. Was it
What?
Halloween Town 2 when it was Halloween Town 2?
No.
That's what I thought too, but then it is Halloween Town 2 when you think about it.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Solved.
Honestly,
Next.
next. I don't
All right,
know.
I found one. This one might get an argument going.
Let's
I
go.
like arguing with you guys.
Grilling?
You two get me like riled up on the
I know.
usual.
I don't remember what we argued about at our apartment, but we went
Last
hard on it.
night?
No. We like really fought about it. I don't remember what it was. we'll think of it.
Still boys for life.
Grelling Nelson paradox. Is
The what? Say it one more time.
Grelling Nelson is the word heterological, meaning not applicable to itself. A heterological word.
Say it again.
Not
Is
a,
the word heterological, which means not applicable to itself, a heterological word?
is that like not using the word in the
A word that
definition?
No, it's a word. Like it's asking, is the word able to describe itself?
That's what
I
I'm
think.
saying. So you can't describe the word with the same word. So you can't use the word in the definition.
The word is
'Cause it
not
wouldn't make any
But
applicable
it's
sense.
not
to
like
itself.
asking about the definition.
Yeah,
It's
I'm just
asking,
saying.
Like,
it would
Yeah.
make it doesn't make any
So I'll
sense.
say
to,
meaning not applicable to itself,
Yeah.
heterological.
So
Yeah.
you
Is
can't
that-
apply
is
that word to the
a-
definition.
It's
So like,
asking
what
if that
could we
word
have an
is-
example of a heterological word?
Yeah,
Like
I'll
use
use it. I'll
heterological
try
is
to
the
find
adjective
one.
we use.
Can
to
you use
Try
it
to
in a
think, Can we
sentence?
think of one?
But, like,
something
I'm trying. So I can't.
something that applies.
That-
So like
that doesn't
fuzzy.
apply
not
to its-
applicable to itself. So it doesn't have to do with like
Death, in a way, isn't applicable to itself because death is the absence of. I feel like everything. Like you're done. So.
But like death is very interpretive and
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna
here it
be
is.
interpretive.
Okay,
shit.
this one's kind of weird. This is showing like two blues, one on top of the other. The second blue is red. Like in color, and it's saying the second word is heterological.
Oh, so it's more in the presentation of the word, not the actual word itself.
In this example, yeah, but I'm
Okay.
trying to see if there's like words themselves.
The
so
word
like the
word.
word soft written in spikes
yeah, something
Yeah,
that
maybe,
has
yeah.
the opposite.
would be a heterological representation of something.
or hard. The word hard made out of pillows.
Yeah.
Autological means it describes itself.
Blue. Is that association then? You're associating the word with what it is. Like if I say sex, you know what it is and you determine it with something else.
But the paradox itself is dealing with heterological. The word,
Yeah.
like, is it itself not what it's defined as?
Fuck it.
Oh, dude.
I like the Black Crow one better.
Heterological word.
This one stinks.
We can do
Oh,
the
here we
trolley
go.
problem.
Oh yeah, I still want to hear this one.
Monosyllabic is a good example because it means having one syllable, but the word itself has several syllables.
Oh, wow. So it's like it's. Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
it.
But that's
okay.
probably
Let's try to
there's
think of
probably a
one.
ton of like
Yeah.
that's hard kind of.
Oh, dude.
I'm trying to think of a. Dude, this
Is anybody an
Monosyllable.
expert out there? Someone give us examples. If you're listening.
So it's just a complete contradictory.
Yeah.
Like
an oxymoron in and
Yeah.
of itself.
yeah.
To exist is to be the opposite.
Yeah, word is hard to express when definition is hard one to express in the
Yeah.
definition.
Yeah.
I'm not finding anymore.
What's the trolley paradox?
Have you guys really never heard of the trolley dilemma?
I don't
Probably
think so.
Trolley paradox.
Well,
it's not
maybe.
much of a paradox. It's more just of like a problem. It's cool though. And if you don't understand it afterwards, I'll show you the picture. But it's pretty straightforward. And okay, so here's the scenario.
Mm-hmm.
There is a runaway trolley car, and it is traveling down a track. There's 5 people standing in its path on the current track that it's on.
Yeah.
You see this all happening, and there's a lever that you can pull. When you pull that lever, the trolley will diverge from the current track it's on, where it would run over 5 people, and it will go on to an alternative track where it will only run over 1 person.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
see
so
the
this is a question of
situation.
morality. What?
Yeah.
Would you pull the lever to
That's all it
save
is.
5 people but kill 1 person? And I think there is like a deeper level to it where it's like the 5 people and the 1 person it would kill is a stranger.
Or like a grandma.
Yeah.
Or like a baby
You
was
can make
another
it.
situation.
You can make it way more.
If there was no
unethical
other
or more
choice, if there
ethical.
was truly no other
The one
choice, I
person.
wouldn't feel bad in saying it, the one person.
So-
Obviously, but like that's in a vacuum. I'm gonna feel fucking bad no matter what. You're in a fucking terrible situation. But this isn't so much like you said a paradox as it is just like a,
Well, here's where it kind of becomes paradoxical in some sense. So, if you pull the lever and you kill that 1 person, their blood is technically on your hands. But if you don't pull the lever and you don't do anything, did you technically do anything?
Yeah, you just let
to let those
life
5 people
continue
die.
as it was going to. You didn't interfere.
Unless it's known that you didn't.
Dude, that's
But
what I
then-
almost. You could be you could almost be charged with murder and or like I don't know negligence or manslaughter, whatever the fuck it's gonna be for making any type of alteration to the natural scenario that resulted in somebody dying. If it was already like if you did nothing and it was already gonna kill people,
What would you guys do?
You'd
though?
essentially be totally off
I
the
was
hook.
a little zoned out.
I want to hear everybody's
If-
answer.
But if you have the option to do it, then isn't the blood on your hands because then you had the choice to
Somebody's
kill
gonna
one
die
person?
regardless.
If everybody in the scenario was a stranger, the 5 and the 1, I would. If
And
everybody
you
was a
had
stranger,
the option to do it.
Yes, you have the option.
and it's standing there right there, and you're in the place, and they're like, "Yo, make a decision. You're in this booth now. Jim's off work. He left his post. You're working the lever now."
Yeah.
Everybody's a stranger. I don't know, because pulling the lever would be actually like manslaughter.
Yeah, but you're just.
But
let
by
5
not
people
pulling
die.
it would be negligence.
But you'd still, dude, there's some way that you could twist it where you
I
have
would-
the option
But
to
like
save
the
them.
1 versus the 5, it would depend on the people too. I said they're all strangers, but like, what type of people are there? Is it an 80-year-old man who's lived his
Bro,
entire
you got
life
like 10
on the
seconds
one
to decide.
side?
The train's coming right
And,
now.
or is there like children in part of the group of 5? If there's children, I'd pull the lever for sure. I don't think I would, like, just based off of like, because you would rather it not hit the people that haven't lived a full life yet. But it's 10 seconds.
I
dude.
missed most of that because I was trying to look up other heterological words. Is the option that you pull the trigger, you save 5 people, kill 1, or you don't do anything and they all die?
Yeah.
No. So there's a train is going down the track,
Okay.
and it's barreling towards 5 people. And then on an alternative track, there's 1 person. You can pull the lever and save 5 and kill 1, or you can do nothing and let it kill 5.
Or 6.
No, there's no way that 6 people would die in this scenario.
But if you don't pull any lever, isn't it killing both?
Drew's
No,
just
if you pull-
trying.
If you don't pull any lever, it kills the 5 no
Here's
matter
the-
what.
Drew's trying to draw up a thing in his head where he can slaughter all 6 of these people.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Honestly,
let me
I'm-
find a way to kill all of them.
I'm pulling that lever with no fucking remorse because I just saved 5 fucking people.
Yeah, but you killed 1 person, and you caused that to happen.
But
Yeah, and that
but
dude's family's gonna sue
I
you.
think-
But you'd get a good
but
lawyer, and I think
I
you'd get out
have
of it.
I having the option to save 5 people and like having the opportunity to save those 5 people, I think is already your decision. You're letting it happen.
That's what some would say.
If
Or you just yell at them, "Yo, dumbasses! There's a fucking train coming down the tracks.
Okay, they're all tied to the
Jump
tracks.
off the tracks." If
There
they're
you
tied
go.
to the tracks,
They're all tied to the tracks.
Who tied them?
It doesn't
Because
matter.
then you don't even
Dick
have to do it. You don't
dastardly.
even have to do
Too
anything.
many
And all the
questions.
blame can go on the dude who tied him down.
Yeah, but
That's true.
you can't see. That's what I'm saying, man. You guys are trying to beat these
Dude,
problems.
no. Okay,
But
how
you
about
can. You can beat
if I
'em.
said this, let's see if you'll get triggered. No guilt, no anything aside. I'm saving the 5 people. Do you have any
That's what I'm saying.
druthers? Any
No,
druthers?
that's your prerogative.
That was my original thing too. But then when you get into the thing with like age and strangers versus non-strangers, like that's where it gets real
Yeah.
situational. And if you only have 10 seconds, oh my god.
Then you're sitting there, and then those 5 people are dead, and I think you would I would in
I'd
my
be like,
head.
I'm out.
In
I'm
my
out.
head, I think I would.
I'm
I
outta
would have
here.
had the option to do it, so I would have.
I'm not going to get
essentially.
into every hypothetical that could happen
There's
with
so
it,
many.
but the only way I choose the other option is if it is a 1 kid and
Mhm.
5 adults on the other side. That's it.
What if they're all babies?
Yeah, everybody's babies.
If everyone's
Everyone
babies,
on the
I
track-
kill 1
that
baby.
would that would
One
that would
baby died.
explain why they wouldn't be getting off the tracks and they're too.
Because
Yeah.
they're babies.
Yeah, they wouldn't know to get off the track anyway.
5
Okay, baby scenario. What would you do?
5 negligent mothers
You would
drop
do the
their
one.
babies.
I think I
on
would.
the track.
You have to do.
You have to go.
Why
You
would
have
you
to do the one?
slaughter-
And I hate to say it, but you gotta do the one.
You got to kill
Yo,
You
you
gotta
guys want to
send
hear?
it.
You guys want to hear the best part of
And then
this? of
name
all
the
of
railway
this?
after the baby.
No, listen to this.
There you go.
So whenever you tell somebody this scenario, they always picture themselves as the person that's pulling the lever. But like in reality, you would just be one of the 5 people that's
Oh,
strapped
dude.
to the tracks.
I would be someone in the distance.
No, I'm
like,
the main
"Oh."
character.
Dude.
Just watching one person
Unreal.
get absolutely mowed down by a train.
Dude, I would
sounds-
take maybe manslaughter if that's like the worst charge you get over the
I'm getting a good lawyer.
the
The negligent
negligence of
5.
5.
Yeah.
Haunted by 1 or haunted by 5?
Right. Unless it's Annabelle tied up on the 1.
Yeah, is it like a demon
Fuck yeah.
spirit?
What
part of
if
the 5?
what if there were 5 babies on one side and Satan himself on the other?
What would you do? What would Jesus do?
There's
What
4
would you do?
transgender pregnant
Jesus would kill
women
Satan.
on one of them.
And then there's Bob Ross infected by the zombie gene.
Did you mean Bill Murray or?
I said Bob Ross. I don't know.
It's the cast of Friends
Yeah.
on the 5
Oh, dude.
versus Seinfeld.
Get him out of here.
Dude, this is
Seinfeld tied to one side of the
versus
track
Jerry?
versus the cast of Friends
Oh,
on the
but then you
other.
have to-
I am mowing
Jen Ann.
down
Save
Friends,
Jerry,
dude.
Save Jerry, dude.
Dude,
Save
Jen Ann's
Jerry.
gone.
I'm letting Jerry. I'm gonna kill Jerry.
You're killing
There we go.
Jen Ann.
I'm a Friends stan, dude. It's not even.
He can't do.
like.
He can't get
This is a-
coffee with
this might be
people
a
in
good
nice
one.
cars anymore.
You have
Yeah,
the,
what the
you have the
fuck?
original
What's the
dream
deal with the
team.
trolley problem?
You have the original dream team on one side of the rails and LeBron on the other.
Oh, I let it mow down LeBron.
You let him
Absolutely
He's
not.
had a good run.
Absolutely not.
You wouldn't let him mow
I'd save
LeBron?
LeBron in any case. I
LeBron
don't
would
care who's on the
LeBron
other
would
side.
pick up
To
the
be my
train and
family.
flip it.
I mean, LeBron kind of is my hero. Maybe I would change it. I don't know though, dude. You want to let Larry Bird die?
It could be my miracle infant baby born brother. I'm not.
Who's on the
LeBron
dream
die.
team?
Okay, what
Who's
if it's-
everybody?
Dude, to be honest, I said dream team because it was a comparable number of people. I know Jordan's on the dream team. I know Barkley's on the dream team. I know
Magic Johnson, Larry
Who else?
Bird,
Johnson,
not
MJ
Isaiah Thomas.
Karl
I was
Malone,
thinking-
like John Stockton.
For some reason I was thinking just the
Not
Chicago
Shaq.
Bulls team.
Not Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, I said Thompson, not Isaiah Thomas.
Not Isaiah Thomas and not Shaq.
Scratch that
which
from the record.
they're very upset about to this day.
I think the dream team, I would Dennis Rodman's asshole would gape open and envelop the train.
Where that sounds like it could happen. I think it might work out that way.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, call me crazy, but I think it
If
could
we
happen.
Dudes
were-
are disgusted.
If we were to make a paradox, I think Dennis Rodman's name should be involved.
yeah.
I would want Dennis Rodman to be a part of it.
If-
Dennis Rodman has broken his dick like
Twice.
Yeah,
2 or 3
trying
times.
to jump in.
and
Some
The
vag,
intercourse.
dude.
jump straight into it. Can you imagine Supermaning?
There
being
goes
so
my
confident.
hero.
Being so confident in
Dude.
the aim and the trajectory, dude, and then you just end up.
And then it break.
The story of him describing it too is so funny. He's like, I'm just like in with this one girl. She's like, I want you to jump into it. And he's
Oh
like, what
my
you mean? She's like,
God.
He's like,
Jump.
all right.
okay, so he's like, I take a couple steps back.
I do a little step back.
Oh, 3.
I cannot believe
Dennis
it, dude.
Rodman.
The sensation.
But
of
there's no
breaking your dick.
bone in it, dude.
Can you think of a worse injury other than being like paralyzed?
Is that a paradox, dude? A boner?
That's
but there's
exactly
no bone
what
in
I was
it.
gonna say, dude. Is that a paradox?
No.
Or is that a
Bro.
what's
That's
the
just
type of
wordplay.
word?
Yeah, that's what I said, whatever you-
A
Heterological.
Yes.
heterological
Oh,
word.
shit.
Boner's a heterological word for sure.
Nice.
Is it?
Yeah, it has.
It's got to be.
Because there's no bone.
Although boner doesn't imply that it's saying there's a bone in it, but
It's true.
But
it
I-
doesn't
the
mean
word
itself.
itself, but the
Boner,
word
yeah,
itself.
you're
Yeah,
right.
bone.
I say yes.
I
I am.
We
the,
did it.
I like it.
I am the
We did it.
judge on heterological words. I say.
Boner goes.
Not guilty.
Boner goes,
Dude, we
baby.
really should get a gavel.
We should.
Dude,
I'm
that'd
ready
be
to
cool.
hit something.
Boner goes.
I'm ready to hit you about this fucking Black Raven trash.
I'll fight
What
you
a
guys.
dog shit paradox, dude. I actually like it though. I'm a fan of it. It
I like
makes
it, too.
I think it makes sense on a very like caveman level.
Should we all vote on what our favorite paradox mentioned today was?
No, we should do another one of them. Another one of them drafts.
Let's
that
get a
we
draft.
like
How about
so
like
much.
like a pissing where you can piss, but
Yeah,
different,
something like that.
something different.
Yo, I
like
just
that.
thought of an idea too. We should just like run off the hype of all of these like influencer, YouTuber, pay-per-view fights, and we should just fight each other.
I'm down.
There's
Oh.
some open space back there.
Get scrappy.
We could make a ring and
I
like
would- I
really
think
like
that-
get into it and like
Have
do
you-
interviews and like
Have you seen
Some
Street
talking
Get
Beefs?
a
heads.
whole ring.
Have
Yeah.
you seen Street Beefs?
I think, but what would be the main card and what would be the undercard?
I think we need to get a midget fight for sure.
No, they're little people, by the way.
Little whatever, little people.
I'm saying no. It's like we're us four fighting each other.
I have a now that I said little people, aka midgets, I had a dilemma. Can I pitch this dilemma to you guys?
Sure.
This is kind of a paradox in itself. So, and I did it, and I don't know if I should feel bad for it, but there's a little person in front of me at the grocery store, and essentially my item was above him. and I grabbed that bitch. I reached over him and grabbed it.
Oh,
That seems pretty
that's
rude.
Okay. It's just kind of rude.
No,
You
I
said
think
that was a
that's
paradox?
I don't know. I was trying to twist it into
That
it.
is a
If
paradox.
would you reach over the little person for your grocery item?
I would
think,
not do that personally, but that.
And I apologize if I offended him. I doubt you're listening.
If he's listening,
What were you?
right now.
What were you grabbing?
Pasta sauce.
And what was he grabbing?
Pasta.
A
sauce.
lower pasta
Noodles,
sauce.
The noodles.
Yeah.
the
I
sauce is
think
up here.
we should just start saying like when like you just want to get something off your chest, you'd be like, "Is this a paradox?"
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, "What?" They start listening like right
So-
away. Like, so, yeah.
You're
what?
like, "So I think this is a paradox that happened the other day. I cut this guy off in traffic." And then I was just thinking, that's so paradoxical.
So I T-boned this dude.
Dude, wait. Should we do a snake draft of the most like just bogus paradoxes?
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's a
phrases
good
that
one.
could be paradoxes, but
I'll
they're
keep
not.
mine then.
Things that aren't actual
Things that aren't
paradoxes.
The only thing
paradoxes.
I had in mind for a snake draft that was somewhat similar to last time is if you had to get both of your hands replaced with some item, what would it be?
Is that paradoxical in
Ooh.
itself?
Let's put that on the back burner for
Okay.
when
do
we
that.
interview another
Wait,
all-star.
what? If you had to get your hands replaced?
If your hands had to be replaced with any item,
Can we do one round real
what would it
quick?
be? Sure.
We can do
Yeah.
one round real
Okay,
quick.
go ahead.
Hams.
Hams.
Like big, giant, like ham hocks.
I would,
Robotic hands.
that's a good pick.
no.
This
dude.
kid's going logical.
I said no.
He's in
I'm
cyberpunk.
laying the
Gavel,
gavel down.
okay, pillows, because I like to sleep on my hands and sometimes they fall
Ooh.
asleep. My hands get like the all
That's a
salt and
good one.
peppery and like you can feel them like the blood. Yeah, I want pillows for hands. Okay,
Okay.
God.
I'm gonna say
Damn it.
sparklers.
Sparklers, like 4th of July sparklers.
Yeah, sparklers.
I have a more serious
Or
one.
like
that
Roman
you can
Oh,
go.
I got a
candles.
good one.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm gonna go with like outlets. You can like charge your phone in my hands.
Oh shit.
What if they're just
okay.
cords of different like chargers?
No, I'm gonna go with what I said.
Or you just want
Outlets.
like one cord?
Both my hands are gonna be pocket pussies.
Oh, come on, dude. Okay,
The ultimate hand job.
yeah,
I was gonna
let's-
say
the best.
feet.
Let's run
The
this
ultimate hand
paradoxical
Oh yeah, I guess so. That's a paradox.
draft.
What? Feet?
If you have fleshlights for hands,
Are
would be
you
the
call it a
best-
hand job or is it just
fucking?
fist
You wouldn't-
fucking?
Stop having masturbation sessions. Like you would just be session
All day.
every day.
You
And
know
I
what
want that.
That is a necessary. You need that. So.
Necessary evil for
Dude,
sure.
your porn addiction.
I'm in.
Guys, I was thinking like this might be a paradox, but like I watch porn all day and, like,
And
I
I-
can't stop.
I watch porn all day and I have fucking pocket pussies for hands. This is a paradox. Like I have to jerk off, right? I have to.
So like, yeah.
Starting to believe Riley Reed is my girlfriend, and I think it's a paradox, but I'm not sure.
All right, so is that what the draft is going to be? Like the most paradoxical sentences?
Yeah.
If that's even a thing. We'll
I
see
got
what we'll
another
see,
good one.
we'll see what comes out.
We'll
of
see where it
I got
goes.
another good one.
I'm just
playing
gonna
off of
because I don't
yours.
really know where this is going to go.
I
I'm going to
don't
go with.
understand necessarily.
I'm
but,
just
like,
going to
I
go with a
can-
baseline, and this is more of like maybe a riddle or an idiom or something like that. And it's just a baseline. If you ain't first, you're last. And that ain't
That's
a paradox.
good.
That's the
That's
most
good. That's Ricky Bobby.
non-paradoxical fucking thing. I don't know.
If you ain't
let's
first-
see what else comes out.
I was thinking of some like pretty absurd ones that kind of don't make any sense.
You can get abstract with it if you want
Yeah.
to.
All right, there we
It's
go.
It's anything.
I'm ready.
I'm lost. I'll get some ideas.
Dun 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 dun. Now hailing the honorable Judge Drew.
Ethan,
Go.
start.
He did.
I did. If you ain't
Oh.
first, you're last.
Oh shit! I didn't hear.
Maybe a movie quote that sticks out.
A movie quote?
Something that like
Okay. If your bike has wheels, why do you need pedals?
Ooh.
Okay.
I hope in 20 years these are like very profound.
Why do you need pedals?
Okay. My paradox is that are you eating food or is the food going inside of your body?
Okay.
That's
Are you eating food, or is the food transferring into a liquid and then being digested by your body?
I'm just gonna write food paradox in your box,
Yeah.
dude.
Food paradox.
No, you got to write the whole thing.
If you're eating food, are you really eating food, or is it just going inside of your body? Okay.
My one. If. Why? I don't even know if this is. I'm just gonna say it because I don't even know if it's a paradox or
Well,
whatever.
that's the whole
fuck-
point. Yeah, it's not supposed to be anything.
They just sound ridiculous. Why is it that I've donated $6,000 to my favorite e-girl and she still hasn't shouted me out on her stream? That's my only one.
You have to snake.
Dude, I don't.
What did you?
So that's a tough
If
one to
I
follow.
okay,
I
so
don't
it's just like,
know.
so if I paid all this money to this e-girl, why hasn't she sent me nudes yet? Basically,
Sure.
is that what you're looking for?
Sure.
But like,
Which I haven't
is that
done.
basically what you meant?
Sure. We'll go with that.
Okay.
It's interpretive.
Yes.
Dude, this is so much harder than I thought. If I can't see, am I blind?
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That seems like an actual.
My next one is gonna be like kind of like some low-key slam poetry.
Yeah.
If you guys want to stick with me, I just
Yeah.
okay.
Write it all down. Get ready.
If flowers are supposed to be pretty, then why does the pollen cause my allergies to make me cry? Deep.
That is deep, dude.
Can I get a soft sheesh from the crowd?
Damn. All right. How am I supposed to remember the Alamo when I've never been to the Alamo?
I cannot wait to read these back tomorrow when I forget about them.
What happened at the Alamo?
What did
What
happen at
happened?
Alamo?
What happened at the Alamo, dude?
But we always remember. You've always
Alright.
been at the Alamo, sir.
My pick takes us to like kind of a scene. It's PBA, it's bowling, and this dude is about to get his fucking highest score ever, and he fucking drills the strike, and he looks at his dad in the crowd. He says, "You whatever you are, I am."
No, it's
So
who do you,
who do you think
who do
you
think
are?
I am.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Wait,
What did
let's
you
say
say?
it one more time.
All right. Who do you? All right.
Alright,
Ready?
one more time.
3, 2, 1.
Who do you think you are?
I am.
Okay, wait.
Okay,
now let's just do
the
that
last
part.
Who do you think you are?
I am. Okay, wait. Now,
The beginning and then
yeah.
not the end.
Okay. Who do you think you are?
I
Me.
Okay, wait. One more time, and only Sam does it.
Who do you think you are?
Okay, that's it.
All right.
Okay.
So I got that one. Got that one down. Next one.
What do you believe you think I am? You are.
Dude, that's like some type of robot speech.
How do you believe you think I am could be? Me, I am.
Now I'm lost.
Dude, the Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, this
I
is gonna
can't
be
just say these things without giving proper answer and response first.
This is a great non-paradoxical thing at all, but it sounds like it's something
You're gonna
important.
say Kawhi. Sorry.
No,
Go
you're
ahead,
good. You're
E.
good, dude.
Go ahead.
Non-paradoxical statement, but it sounds kind of interesting and it's weird, the story around it. You know, on the back of like recyclable materials, like on cans, it says like the states like that you can recycle it and get money back. On the back of some old like Dr. Pepper bottles back in the day, it would say, "Hi, me 5 cents."
Oh, it still says
I think
that
they
on
still
all of
say
them.
it.
So that's my pick.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, I've looked at that so many times throughout my life and been like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Hey, me face.
So that's my pick.
All right, brother.
I'm struggling a bit. Oh, man. I was gonna say the Kawhi Leonard thing.
You are me.
Oh,
It's not the laugh. It's what he says right before the laugh. He says, he's like, in order for me to know what you're talking about, I'm going to need to know where you sitting at.
I want to know exactly what he says,
Where you
though.
sitting at?
That's not, that's,
It's like,
nope,
hold
that's
up.
verbatim. That's what he said. Well, I'll just
If
go
you
with
gonna
that.
want a response, I'ma have to know where you sitting at.
In order for me to answer a question like that, I'm going to need
Okay,
to know
wait.
where you sitting at.
Okay.
Do you like
Almost
my
a bar,
Kawhi
dude.
Why,
impersonation?
dude?
Dude,
Almost a bar.
He goes, I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. I mean, there's more questions you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I don't even know where you sitting at. Okay, my next
I have to
paradox.
know where you sitting at.
Here's my next paradox. Okay. This one's actually not bad. Where is Lindsay Lohan these days?
That's a good one.
Where is she? The last
In
time I
fact,
saw
that's
her
good.
was, I was gonna say Cheaper by the Dozen, but she's not on Cheaper
Also,
by the
where is
Dozen.
Amanda Bynes?
Snorting hella lines with some random guys.
Bar.
Ooh.
That's from the
That was
song Amanda
heat.
Bynes.
Oh.
Stolen.
Stolen valor.
Don't copyright us.
Um,
Whoever fucking
You're up for 2.
Dirty hands equal shower.
Okay.
That's it.
Hmm.
Do you need? I was gonna say pee time. Oh, that's my
No,
other.
You've already stolen this meme on Pod
Can I not do that
multiple
one?
times.
But I love that. Do you know that saying?
No.
Don't even say it, you child.
Every
No.
Don't even start. Don't.
Gavel.
no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm thinking.
What?
I gotta think of another.
Bring in the
one.
dancing lobsters.
That's a paradox. It's dancing lobsters.
Yeah.
Dirt is where plants grow.
There you go.
Dirt.
Think about that one.
Like, is it where they grow or is it not? That's for you to decide.
That'll leave you
Think
thinking.
about it.
That
Like,
one,
chew
yeah,
on-
that one really is messing with my head.
chew on that for a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been forced
Um,
into this much deep thought in a while.
I now need
Dirt,
to leave, dude.
Plants, soil, sunlight.
Eat food, sunlight.
Okay. This one will be a paradox that is I'm gonna go with this. Okay. If you can't think of a paradox and you are forced to think of a paradox, isn't the sense of giving a fake paradox under the pretense of trying to create a new one a paradox in itself? Wow, dude. Is offering a fake paradox to the world a paradox?
The paradoxical paradox. There's your name for it.
The paradox paradox.
Paradox
do you have
squared.
do you have a word of the day?
I don't. What if it was just paradox?
We'd be fucked.
It would be done.
I pretty much
quite a
just
lot.
tried to summarize that one. If you can't think of a paradox when tasked with thinking of a new paradox, it's the paradox paradox. Is
Okay.
that essentially what you were saying?
I get it.
Why
And
is that like
on-
the deepest thing we've said the entire time?
I don't know.
Could hit.
Also, going off of the secret word thing, someone out there, one of the listeners, if you want secret words to come back, then you need to find me in person and give me a 1-page essay on why you fuck
God.
with secret word game
Okay.
To keep it.
Yeah,
to bring it
we
back.
do need that. Okay. Is this my last one?
Mm-hmm. Make it good.
Okay. It's not good. If the ocean is salty, is the sky sweet?
I sure damn hope so.
Wow.
Is there not sodium in the sky? Is there no Stouffer's mac and cheeses up there?
Stouffer's in the sky with diamonds.
Sweetness in the sky.
Sodium in the ocean with dolphins.
Dude, we need to record that one.
That's
Well,
the
I guess
start
it
of
is
our
recorded
EP.
already.
Yeah.
We'll use it as a sample.
That's-
Is it a
Sorry.
paradox that everything we're saying right now is being recorded?
And then what's essentially supposed to be done after it coming out of our mouths lives on forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that kind of does bring me into my last pick. I was just going to say eternal life. That concept.
Yeah.
That saying.
It is a paradox.
Eternal life. And it kind of might go against the best non-paradoxical things rule that we created, but eternal life, it sounded cool. And it is kind of an oxymoron.
It's a complete paradox, yeah.
Wow. We have learned today, ladies and gentlemen.
My
Dude.
goodness.
My mind was put in a blender. About halfway through this thing, I was like, oh my God.
My brain
am I
is seeping
doing
out of my
right now?
ears,
I'm just-
dude.
In here trying to understand.
You're going a distance. You're having your distance to your next achievable goal.
Exactly.
And that's what we're doing with this podcast.
Yeah.
And eventually, the followers will come. They'll come.
The holes, dude. Ample. Plenty
All
of
the
them.
holes.
If
I'd
you-
say we're probably at about infinity right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That sounds
I
right.
guess under that logic, we could say that.
Episode
I mean,
infinity
for
of the
someone
Infinity
to-
podcast.
For
where
someone to take
infinity.
the effort to follow us, it's worth thousands and thousands of follows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Infinity followers.
start the wave.
Dude.
Get your grandma to listen.
A little ripple causes a wave.
Mm.
Okay, if there was 5 podcasts on a train and then our
Yeah.
podcast on one side of the other train, would
I'd-
you pull the lever to kill 5 podcasts?
So quickly kill the other 5 podcasts. I wouldn't even
Same.
hesitate, dude.
I would-
Podcasts don't even they're not even real things. They're
I
not
would
even
plead
alive.
guilty too. Like
I would
take
run
all
over
the
them and go
charges.
backwards, back over top,
Dude.
I would
yeah,
and
make
then
sure-
run them back over.
double
just to,
tap
like,
their ass. Make sure they're really dead.
Yeah.
So that it's just us.
So,
Yeah.
if you're another podcaster listening, we're coming for you.
That's true.
We're coming
coming
at
for
you with
heads.
our paradoxical knowledge, and we're gonna destroy you by putting your mind in a mental blender, and
You're
you
gonna be
won't
on-
even stand. You won't even be able to stand after we're done with you. You're
Wrong
done.
side of the train
You're
track,
done.
buddy boy, buddy girl.
So come at us. We'll fuck you with our words.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Respectfully,
Respectfully,
with
of course.
consent. We'll fuck you with our words.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning
Yeah,
in,
so,
guys.
yeah.
Appreciate it. Episode 17 or 18 in the books.
Yeah. Give us a follow
Hey.
at RH Pod on Instagram. Son.
Like, subscribe, all that shit.